Hi, I'm Glenn and welcome to this week's Wednesday's Witness. Wednesday's Witness is it's a time for us to share a little bit about how God's been working in our lives and to offer an encouraging word. So in the process, we can also have the chance to get to know each other a little bit, and we'd also like to hear about how God's been working in your life too. So if you could, make a little comment below the video so we can hear about how God's been working in your life as well. Here's what God's been up to in my life lately, and He's been pushing me to share my faith in ways that don't come naturally. And to me, talking to you through a camera is one of them. I'll tell you this. There was a man that went to go see his doctor and to get his test results back. And the doctor said to him, she said, "Well, I've got some good news and some bad news. So which do you want first?" He said, "Well, tell me the good news." "Well, the good news is you have 24 hours to live." He said, "Well, what's the bad news?" I said, "Well, I should have called you yesterday." Anyway, so here's some good news what's going on with us. And as for me and my family, well, August, as you know, is she's finishing up her senior year online, and that's going well. Shane is being homeschooled again, so that's nothing out of the ordinary for him. And well, Nicole, she's got her hands full taking care of all of us, but she's doing great. And as for me, well, I had sold my office building a couple of years ago, and so I've been working from home for the last couple of years, so there's no real change of scenery for me either. So this, I suppose, that's kind of a testimony as to how God's been preparing us for today. So my faith has been a real consistent comfort. It really empowers me to live without worry, anxiety, fear. It's given me a motivation, really, a confidence, underlying hope for a better future. And as for me, no matter when this body dies, my life's only going to get better. And that's with the knowledge that everything we have here is temporary. Jesus made a way for us to enter heaven when these bodies of ours die. And that makes it so much easier to detach from any of our present struggles. And we can remain focused on how life's going to be in eternity. My father always used to say, he says, you're going to be dead a lot longer than you're alive. Well, and the fact is, we do live forever. We are eternal. It's just a matter of where we're going to live. And thanks to Jesus, He made a way for us to get to heaven. So I believe to believe any differently is to be deceived. Fear is a liar, and it plays on our fleshly attachments. I could only fear death if I was afraid of losing my life. But, like we said, we're eternal. We live forever. Our bodies can die, but we don't. Because when it does, we get a new one. So we've got nothing to fear. So in fact, when we talk about living in fear, there's no such thing as living in fear. Because living in fear, there's no life in that anyway. In the Bible, we're told 365 times, don't fear. Yesterday in Pastor Dennis's Tuesday talk, I was listening to it today, and he mentions John 14:6. Jesus saith unto him, I am the way, the truth, and the life. And no man cometh unto the Father but by me. Now when I was reading that, when I was watching Pastor Dennis share that today, I'm thinking, oh, great, I already put that in my notes for my Wednesday's Witness. But it's a good sign. We're on the same page. There's a common thread there. But in a time when so many people are experiencing different forms of lockdown and isolation, fear may not only cause us to do or take the wrong actions, it can also paralyze us from taking the right actions. And we've got to be mindful to make faith-based decisions, not fear-based decisions. Fear is like the wind. You can't see it, but the damage it can do is devastating. Fear is also like a placebo effect. It has consequences, but it's nothing but a belief in a lie. See, fear has no credibility unless we give it. So how do we give fear credibility? Well, we make decisions, sometimes with good intentions, that ultimately create doubt in truth. So when a child calls out in the night, "Mommy, Daddy, I'm scared. There's a monster under my bed." If in your efforts to comfort the child, you start searching for the monster and start looking everywhere for it, what you're doing is you're giving fear credibility by acting as if it had some chance of being real. If the child called out one night, the next night, and said, "Mommy, Daddy, I'm afraid of elephants falling through the roof," are you going to get up there to check? We've got to stop acting out of fear. See, in these crazy times with fear spreading over the face of the earth, we hear in the news every day, we're fighting an enemy that we can't see. Well, in part that's true. But fear is a liar, and lies can only hurt you if you believe them. So seek truth, and may God bless you.